Jesus is in the past. If you say Jesus is now, I got some news for you. If Jesus is now, and Jesus is good, and Jesus is right, and Jesus is true, then all I can say, that's me. Don't put your me out here, please. If good and right and true are now, why call it Jesus? Why not call it God? God is in me? Well, of course God's in you, because God is life. And there is life in me, isn't there? Isn't that good enough? Or do you have to go in the past and invent a whole fiction about a man nobody's ever seen, and yet by all the pictures and paintings you'd think that everybody knew what he looked like? He might have been a dwarf. Well, mightn't he? Nothing wrong with dwarfs, because somebody's got to be a dwarf. Somebody's got to look like me out here, you know. Or you. Somebody's got to. The thing is, why does this I name all these things? If anything is good and true and beautiful inside of me, we'll call it God. That's a good word, isn't it? It doesn't mean anything. It means everything if it means everything. But don't give it a personality like someone who was born of a virgin birth. That's real priest stuff, you know, real fairy tales. Why do you have to have someone born of a virgin birth? Man has been working miracles for years, you know. There's few of them now, but once he could work magic left, right and centre. More an Eastern way. The Western way is a practical way. Like the practical way of drugs, a form of miracle. Because if you could have got at some of those lepers that they were stumbling around with there 2,000 years ago, you just have to give them a few shots of a drug today and they'd be cured, and they'd all get up and worship the doctor, wouldn't they? Well, we're too practical for that now, because we know that magic has now become the magic of chemistry. But psychic magic is possible. You can work psychic magic if you like. You want these people who visualize, you can visualize certain things and bring them about. That's magic. You're practicing magician. The only trouble about magicians is that they always have to take it from somewhere. To bring about a power, to bring about your own selfish will, you've got to take it from some other place in the human psyche. And that means someone suffers when you'll use your selfish magic, or I get into this thing. You see, I'm always trying to work magic. This I thing that disturbs me. It tries to work magic. That's why they go and say, teach me this, teach me that. I want to become a master. People want to become a master, a guru, mostly, to work magic. You know, to impress people, to do things. Because everybody's guru where I come from, as long as you are new. See, guru means always new. Always new, every moment. That's what guru means. Are you new now? Are you listening? The only reason I'm talking is that so you will stay with me. So you will stay with guru. Me. So I've been talking for half an hour now, just simply so that you will stay with me. When you stay with me, strange thing starts to happen. You start to feel healed. You start to feel a new authority came into you. Because me is the authority, not I. Me. All love comes out of me. And I suddenly know it. Even hunger comes out of me, you know. Oh, I didn't know I was hungry. You've heard that? I didn't know I was thirsty. You've heard I say that, haven't you? I's always last to get the message. So you've got to stay with me. Now, me is a very, very strange creature. If you like, it's as old as life itself. Feel me, check with me while I'm speaking, listen with me. See, you just open up all your senses and it goes straight down into the solar plexus and floods through me. You're listening with me. Then you're listening not with your brain, but with the whole of your body, not just a head. Me is the whole of my body, not just a monitoring head. Every time you worry me. Isn't that true? Every time I worry, I disturb me. Me does not worry. Me is beautiful. I was saying it's as old as life itself. It is beautiful. Feel it? But I, who am this forward awareness, put loads and loads of emotion into me. I load me with all the rubbish in the world. I say that's important. I say that that's important. Now, I want that. Me, as you'll notice, wants peace. Me wants love. Me wants truth. Me wants to be simple, innocent, at rest, and yet at the same time fulfilled by love. Just check this, please. Me is the most important thing on earth. Not I. Not what I think's important. Me is. Me is my tenderness. Me is my sweetness. Me is my love. That's the most important thing on earth. And if I want to load that with what I imagine to be important before that, I will disturb me. Me will then get emotional and start to be discontented. That discontent will rise up into my brain, and my brain will start to think, and I will get all nervous because I has no basis except in me. You see, I am only as steady and as free of unhappiness as the ground is, me. So if I have peace in me, my values start to get right. I don't get phased and fussed because I've got my root in me. But if me is emotional because I has got all the wrong values, looking for excitement instead of love, trying to do this, trying to put this value before something of importance here, me gets disturbed and gets emotional. Now, you with me? Now, let's see what happens. When I do not inform me that life is good, like I'm doing now, life's good, right? Feel me? Life is good. Life is in me. Is it good in me? Yeah, it's good. Life is good. As soon as I start to inform me that something that don't inform me that it's a lovely day. Not such rubbish. Have you ever heard such rubbish in all your life? Have a good day. Have a good day. Are you trying to work some magic on me? Because that's what it is. You're trying to get me to have a good day in the future. Because that's not now, is it? You're wishing the future on me. That's going to make me unhappy. Because me doesn't have a future. That makes me ignore me. Makes I ignore me. Me doesn't have a future because me is now. Feel it? Don't worry, whatever's going to come is going to come. But for God's sake, don't wish to have a good day. That's taking the power from none and pointing it magically towards some psychic magic to try to create a good day for someone without taking responsibility for it. That is a lack of responsibility. For you should not wish anyone anything that you cannot give them. Is that the truth? You might wish them the wrong thing, mightn't you? What's a good day? Huh? Now, if you were an Iraqi, a good day might be that you went and killed a few people on the other side. Or the Americans, a good day would be that the war would start and they'd be able to kill someone on the other side. That might be a good day. You want to be very careful when you wish anyone good. It'd be better if you didn't. Give up this magic right, and talk about now. Is it a good day now in me? Then you gather all your resources that you've been scattering left, right and centre and you give them to me. And then me heals the old wounds, lacerations in itself, that I have put upon it with my stupid ideas. Stay with me. Me, of course, is integral with the body. See my hands just moving there? That all comes out of me. It's only to demonstrate, in some way emphasise, there it goes again, what I'm saying. Me and my body are great mates. I and my body, well, I'm the one that says, well, milk's bad for you these days, but it was all right when I was a child. We couldn't get enough of it. I's always changing its ideas of what's right diet and what's wrong diet. Always. I's the one that selects what's good today, what's flavour of the month. I'm the one. Poor old me has to take it all. All those tablets. All those tablets in. Whereas if we just let me decide what I like, for it all goes into me, so why not leave it to me? No? And if I eat something and then I just check, how does this feel, me? Well, you'll be right. No, if I eat peanuts at this time of my life or whatever it is, I know that nuts sort of make a bit of a pain in me. Now, you might say, you might be an expert and say, you've got so-and-so. Okay, fair enough, but I've only got me. And I say, right, I'll just avoid those for a while because they don't sit right with me. But I might try that when I get a taste for them in a few months. I might try some, mightn't I? Try a little on me. That's all right, me can take it. Yes, that's all right, you know, me changes. So you go by me. Now that airplane orange juice, bang, straight to the stomach. Me doesn't like it at all. That doesn't mean that your me won't like it. I'm just talking about this me to get example. So I go by me, no thanks, I won't have one, thanks. You know, they come backwards and forwards the orange juice 4 or 5 times. If you're going abroad, you drink nothing but orange juice, unless you get into the harder stuff. So you let me decide what you want. So it is with love. You get a body near you that doesn't suit me, it's all excited, you know. It's trembling with excitement. I mightn't be able to pick it, But you put it against me, and me will send up a message. Not good, not right, not true. Something's wrong here for me. So you don't let that body into you, whether it's man or woman, because that's not right for me. But you can only do this as long as you're making love with me. If you're making love with I, who says, hasn't got the sensitivity of me, then you make love with opinions, because I have all the opinions. Me doesn't have any opinions. Does it? Me's spontaneous. Me loves love. Me loves the body making love with me. Well, it's beautiful. I am the one that says, well, that's a bit of a disaster, or that's not right, or I don't like the look of you, or I don't like this, or I don't like that. That's what I do. And it could be that me says, this is a beautiful body. Dude, this body suits me. Somehow or other there's a peace in this body. I love it. And I say, oh, look at the shape of this. Look at the shape of this. This is, oh no, I don't want to know that. Well, you've got to watch this, haven't you? So be careful, very careful of I who have all these opinions, and live with me. So for a while, I who have all the opinions are going to try to overrule me. When you start to live with me, I am going to enforce my opinion on me over and over again. So there'll be a period of considerable confusion. You won't know whether you're I or me. But don't worry, me is the source of love, and love is far finer than the grainy old forcefulness and selfishness and willfulness and patheticness of I. And I can only get alone with it so long, but eventually I am going to lose something very precious, and I will collapse like the phantom that I am, and that will leave only me. I will be on the ground saying, my life is finished. And you, after this night, will hear me say, as I am saying now, it is not. There is still me. There is still life in me. These things have been happening since time began. I feel affected, for everything affects me in some way or another, but it's all right. Life goes on. Life goes on in me. So then me comes forward and takes over for this pathetic I, if you'll stay with me, which you will do after this night. Because we have to make this distinction, don't we? In other words, we're going back to the truth. All truth is in me. It's the only place. All opinions are in I, the thinker, the worrier. You only worry in your head, you know. That's the thinker, the monitor. Join the whole of your body. Put your head on your body and make the whole of your body me. Then you've got some authority. No one can shout you down anymore. Because I is a great shouter, a great bullier, a great I know when it doesn't matter. What do you want, man and woman? I'm asking you now. What do you want? Well, what you want is what you've got now. That's the first thing you want. Some peace, some truth, some authority in me, some realization that, yes, I'm steady in me. It is good in me. The more you stay with me like this, the stronger me gets in this body. You're then not overwhelmed by this other thing.